seeing on the screen now is what we refer to as your dashboard. So you all will be able to log into your accounts through your ADP credentials. So there should be, I don't know if there's a link there yet, but I think Rob will be uploading a way for you to click from ADP to be able to get to PerformYard. Once you have logged into your accounts, you'll automatically be directed to this similar screen or to your own personal dashboard, which is going to give you a high-level overview of everything that's happening in PerformYard pertaining to you specifically. So here on the left-hand side, you're going to see some personal information about yourself. So you'll be able to see your name followed by your job title and your email. If you click View Details here, you'll be able to access some additional information, and you do have the option to upload a picture here if you click Edit. Not required, but you do have that option. To get back to your dashboard from anywhere in the system, you can click your company logo here in the top left-hand corner, and that will automatically direct you back to your own personal dashboard. Below your name card, you're going to see some other information. You'll see who your manager is in the system so that you're able to easily reference who that person is. And then you'll be able to see a list of your direct reports. PerformYard does automatically work on a hierarchy. So as someone's assigned manager, you will have visibility into that employee's goals, reviews, feedback, anything about that employee's performance, you'll have visibility into. The list of direct reports, the names of those employees are hyperlinked. So when you click the name of an employee from this list, that will bring you to their dashboard so you can see specific information on that individual employee. You'll also have on your dashboard a toggle here, which will allow you to view your dashboard and a view of your team's dashboard so that you're able to reference that information. Okay, so for today's training, we're going to focus on the goals box. So you'll see some additional boxes that will come later. Those are going to be expected to be blank. So today we're just focusing on goals. So to start, the global goals have already been assigned to you all by HR. They are in their very basic form. So step one, as managers and employees, you'll need to come in and edit the goals to add the specific measurements to those goals. So to do that, you'll have a goals tab at the top here where you'll be able to reference a list of your own goals as well as a list of your team's goals. So to edit a metric of the goal, you're going to simply click the name of the goal from the goals list to open that goal up. From here, you'll see an options menu where you'll find an edit button. From here, you're going to focus on the target in units, the description. The goal name should stay the same, and we'll cover that in a little bit as to why that's important. But what you're going to want to edit is the target in units because that is the specific way you're going to measure this goal. So maybe this is a monetary goal. So instead of 100%, it's $100, right? So you'll just want to edit these metrics specifically. You can add a goal description if you need to, which will just further define this goal. But once you have edited that specific metric, you can click Save, and then it will bring you back into that goal. And you can click the back arrow to get back to the, or actually I want to come to your dashboard, apologies, to get back to the goals list to edit the metrics for the other goals. And as Rob mentioned, those local goals are going to be set by you as the manager and assigned to your direct report. So the easiest way to do that is from your dashboard, you'll see this blue Create Goal button. When you click that button, a pop-up will appear for you to create a new goal. You want to pay close attention to the goal assignment because it's going to default to your name. So you'll want to remove your name as the goal assignment. And from the drop down, you can select one of your direct reports to assign that goal to. You can also assign it to multiple employees. So if you have a local goal that you think would be helpful for everyone on your team to assign to, you can use this assign to multiple employees button to select all of your direct reports to assign that local goal to. And then click done selecting here. And then you'll fill out the fields that are listed here. So you'll name your goal. So whatever it might be, we'll just call this example local goal for now, but you can name it and then set a target in units, which again, as a reminder, is how you're going to measure progress of the goal. You can set a start date. It does default to today's date, but you can click into that calendar and choose a different date as needed. And then the due date will be listed here as well for you to assign. So you can start to type in the date you're looking for and select that from the calendar. I do want to mention that there are notifications that go out around these due dates. So you get, as the goal assignee, an email when it's 30 days from being due, a week out, and then 24 hours. And then you can click create 3 goals, and that will create that goal. Go ahead, Rob. You can click create 3 goals. That will, a pop-up will appear here in the bottom left-hand corner indicating you've created those goals. And then this page does clear out. So again, that's for creating local goals for your direct reports. Okay, so coming back to your dashboard, once the goals have been established, so you've established the metrics and due dates for the global goals, you've assigned the local goals, what happens next is you're going to sit down with your direct reports and view these goals with them. So there's 2 ways to be able to view the goals for your direct reports. You can do it directly in the system. So to be able to do that, you can click the name of the direct report that you're going to sit with from the list of your direct reports here. And once you're on their dashboard, you can come to their goals tab at the top here. From here, you'll be able to see a list of that employee's goals directly in the system where you can click the name of the goal to start to view some specific information, which we'll come back to this in a little bit. But this list view can be viewed directly in the system, or if you prefer, you can download a CSV report of these goals, print that out, and come to the meeting with that view. And I'm going to share what that looks like with you as well so you can see that view. So if you click that download CSV button, it's going to download a similar report to what you see here so that you can easily reference the name of the goal. You can reference the description. So anything that you set when you created that goal will be visible in this file. So again, there's 2 options, one in the system and then this downloaded view that can be printed out and shared with the employee that way. Okay, so let me share my screen again and come back to the system. Okay, so once you have sat down with the employee and discussed those goals, throughout the year, you'll obviously need to have ongoing communication with the goals of how to update progress, how to view those goals. So to update progress of either your own goals or one of your direct reports goals, you can come to the Goals tab at the top here again and either reference your own goals list or your direct reports goals list from this My Team goals list. From here, whatever goal you want to make an update to or add a comment to, you'll simply click the name of the goal from the list, and that will open up this goal description page. A few things to point out here are you'll always see a progress circle as well as a progress graph, and then an activity stream here on the right-hand side that will show all progress made to this goal. So to update that progress, you'll click this button here. Well, a pop-up will appear for you to add a new value update. So you can say maybe this goal is at 10% now. You can type in 10 into the value here. You'll also notice that there is an option to update it in an increment value. So if you hover over that eye, it kind of explains what that is, but essentially it's a way to add this new value to the current value of the goal. So for example, if this goal was already at 20%, I put 10 here, the new value would be 30%. You then have a space for an optional message. So this is just a further way to define this update if you choose to. And then the as of date is just the date reflected with this update. It does default to today's date, but you can adjust that as needed. And then finally, the outlook is just another way to keep yourself organized or another way to show progress. So from this drop down, you'll be able to see 3 different colors that show different statuses. So green is on schedule, yellow is caution, and red is at risk. And this is optional as well. It's just another way to keep yourself organized as well as your direct reports. And then you can click Update Progress, and that will be reflected in the activity stream, as well as in this progress circle and on the graph. If you, as the manager, is updating your direct reports goals, that employee will receive an email notification that they have a new update to one of their goals. Vice versa, you as a manager will receive email notifications daily of any new updates to your direct reports goals in a daily digest email. And the system, directly in the system, also lets you know of any updates. So you'll see here on your dashboard, there's a number here of updates. When you click that link, it brings you to a report of any of your own goals that have updates, but you'll also have that similar count for your direct reports goals. So if you use, again, the My Team toggle here, you'll see any new updates to your direct reports goals as well. So this report is really helpful there to know exactly what goals have those updates. But I can now show you the example of a notification you'll get. So these are what we call daily digest. You'll also get weekly digest, which will show you any new updates in the system. So let me share this example. It says, "Hi, Jenny. Here are your PerformYard updates for this week or for today, depending on if it's a weekly or daily." You'll want to pay attention to this goals section for now because the other information will come later when more is in the system. But for now, you'll just have the goals since that's the only feature being utilized. And you'll see it says your team members have 4 goals due. So you'll always get notified of any goals that are coming up to being due, any overdue goals, and then any that have new updates. Okay. And now I'll go back to the system. Okay, great. So now what we will go into is obviously as managers, your direct reports are going to have a lot of goals. So when you come to your team's goals list, there are some ways to easily organize these lists. So one view that you can look at is how to look at the same goal assigned to the group, right? So any of those global goals or local goals that are the same for all of your direct reports, how to view that goal to kind of see the differences between progress. So the easiest way to do that is you can sort your goals list by the goal name. So if you click the column header called goal, this will sort that goals list by the goal name, which is why it's super important to not update the goal, especially the global goals name, so that it is easily referenceable by keeping it the same. So you'll see here that there are 3 goals for serve warranty parts, 1 for Eric employee, 1 for Emily employee, and 1 for Erin employee. And then you'll be able to easily see here the progress for those 3 goals as well. So that's one view. So to be able to compare the same goal across your team. The other way is to view it by one individual. So you can always do that from their dashboard or from this view as well. So the goals list and the My Team's goals, you can sort by assignee. So you can sort this list to just see all of one employee's goals, and then it goes into the next employees. Okay. So now coming to your dashboard. So the next set of goals are those training goals. So we have established kind of a, not directory, but a list of those training goals for you to be able to copy and assign to one of your employees. So to reference those training goals, you'll search here in the search bar, We called it training goals. So if you look for training goals, you can select that from this search bar. And on that training goals dashboard, you'll be able to see the 21 active goals that are here. And these are going to be those training goals. So whether you click the tab at the top here or that 21 active goals from the dashboard, you'll be able to view them here. So these are all of the training goals that you can assign to one of your direct reports. So how you can do that is you can click the name of the goal from the list that you want to assign to one of your direct reports. When you're on this screen in the options menu here, you'll be able to see the option to duplicate this goal. When you click that duplicate button, you won't want to the only thing you'll want to edit here, sorry, is the due date, right? So, and then the start date as well, obviously, you'll want to adjust to fit when this training is starting and when it is due. So again, you can click in the start date field, select the date that you want it to start, and then when that training should be due. You'll then want to assign it to the proper person. So you'll remove the training goals in the goal assignment here. And from the drop down, choose one of your direct reports to assign it to. You'll also have the option to assign it to multiple employees here as well. So if you're assigning this training to everyone on your team, you have that ability to do so as well. But once you have added the start, the due date, and the new goal assignee, all you need to do now is click duplicate goal. And now that training is assigned to that direct report to start to complete.